Hello everyone. Join us on an exciting journey with Explore the World Cameroon. London and Sydney go take you explore Cameroon, the heart of Africa. Experience the vibrant culture, nature, and traditions from Yaoundé market to rainforest adventures. Every page na new discovery. Join the Cameroonian food, music, and wildlife with our explorers. This book na true celebration of Cameroon spirit. Get your copy now. Available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and through your library and bookstores via Ingram's Park. Don't miss this adventure.
Finding the right real estate professional can be challenging. I'm broker Melissa Wilson. I'm knowledgeable in all aspects of the real estate process. So whether you're looking to buy new or an existing home or have a commercial need, I'm here to help.
What's going on, fam? This is Jay Cameron inviting you to join us in Ethiopia next March 2025. And this is going to be an iconic trip that you don't want to miss, a trip of a lifetime. We're going to be visiting Addis Ababa, Gondor, Lalibela. You'll have a chance to taste the amazing Ethiopian food. You'll also have a chance to visit the Rastafarian community. You'll get the history, you'll get the fashion, you'll have an opportunity to shop. It's going to be a trip, an experience of a lifetime. So make sure you sign up to join us in Ethiopia, March 2025.
Make sure you pick up my two books that's in Amazon right now. The first one is Passive-Aggressive Racism and the System of White Supremacy. And I talk about in that particular book how the system of white supremacy really runs and on our daily lives here in America. In our latest book, 7 Steps to Decolonize the Mind, we go through those steps to try to deprogram you from the system of white supremacy. Make sure you can pick up those books on Amazon.com.
Introducing the African Diaspora News Channel app, your gateway to stories that's overlooked by the corporate mainstream media.
At African Diaspora News Channel, we cover stories that don't receive mainstream attention, and we serve as the voice to the global Black community. We are committed to informing and educating through the power of media, connecting the African diaspora one story at a time.
With our platform, we're helping to end injustice by exposing it.
Join us in standing for excellence in journalism and serving our community. Download the African Diaspora News app today.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are here. We are here. Thank you for joining us on the stream tonight. We greatly appreciate that. We definitely get to the topic at hand, talking about brother Tyrese here. But I kind of scrolling. I don't know why I was scrolling the DM section of the Instagram, and I had got some information I didn't know that happened in Mobile, Alabama. Who lives out there in Mobile? Mobile International Airport. Well, I was sent this actually yesterday around 4:17. I just didn't see it. And they ended up hacking the screens, right? So the sister that took the picture, I've actually interviewed her before. She's a flight attendant. So, I know her stuff is credible. She's always at airports all over the country and the world. But I want to show y'all real quick what was sent here. Let me go ahead and get myself off the screen here just for a second. But look at this right here. So that's what was on the screen. I had to kind of blur it out, of course, but it says it was hacked by, these people, Los Payos Shermanados, and at the bottom it said FM, and then it says the N-word. I asked her, how long was this on the screen? And she said it was up there about an hour. But when she started telling them that she was tagging, different media outlets about what happened. They hurry up and start unplugging all the monitors until they got that corrected. So yeah, somebody, hacked that and put that up there. Like, boy, we always on everybody's mind, ain't we? They said we be minding our own business, doing our own thing as black people, and this is what you may see in the airport. No other group of people see some crap like that in this country. Always black people. That's why I always tell black people this. Don't compare yourself to other people. Don't do that, because they don't have your story. They don't have your suffering. They don't have your cross to bear. I think that's not even right or even fair to compare you to somebody else. Please. Most of these other groups that come in this country, they haven't suffered not much or nothing. And if they are suffering something, they can easily return back to sender. So black Americans are the only people that you can't return to sender. Well, where are we going to actually go? There's no place that we can go. Now, sure, we can actually leave, and if we choose to, and get a residency or citizenship in a different country, sure, we can do that. But when I say that, I'm talking about in mass, not as an individual. But aside from that craziness in Mobile, Alabama, the Mobile International Airport, y'all should have unplugged that immediately. Why do we have to wait until you're threatened by the media from a black woman? Why? That doesn't even make sense. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us tonight. It's the 4th of September. And this time is trucking along very, 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 very fast. Very fast. And we'll be at the end of the year before you know it, ladies and gentlemen, before you know it. Your homegirl, your ski-wee homegirl, she has about 61 days, almost 60 days before she going to get out there. And she still won't do interviews. But with that being said, let's take care of a few things. As always, if you are going with us to Ethiopia in March 2025, just make sure to keep up with all your payments and all of that. Because some people, from what I was told, made deposits and they still haven't started their payments yet. The deposit is non-refundable. So, if you did that, then you definitely want to make sure to pay your payments and go. Also, we want to thank every person who has downloaded the African Diaspora News Channel app in the Google Play and Apple App Store. We also appreciate you getting the membership. It definitely supports the show and to help us grow and expand, because these platforms, they have a lot of up and down. They have a lot of, Vice President Kamala Harris and Biden was pressing, social media companies to censor content and all of that. And on these platforms, you got to follow their rules, whether you agree with it or not. But on our own platform, we can say whatever we want to say. We can cover what we want to cover. We don't have to be censored on anything. For instance, there was a video that Naledi did, about the police in Spain. And here we couldn't really show that here, but on the app we could, right? We can cover stories that's not too pliable for these platforms. And we will follow their rules, so I'm not arguing about it. But that's what we have the app for. Also, ladies and gentlemen, hope everybody's just doing good in general. Now we're going to talk about Tyrese tonight. Tyrese is, and we also, after that, go through that COVID-19 bill once again. We're going to put it up on the screen from the Congress.gov. We're going to go through it. So when people try to sit up here and lie to you and say it wasn't an Asian hate crime bill, I want you to know exactly what that bill says verbatim, how many times it mentioned Asian and Pacific Islanders over and over and over and over and over again. We want to look at the hate crime statistics from the FBI, what it actually said for the year of 2020 and 2021, 2022. We want to look at that. And we just got a question why Black Americans wouldn't add it to that bill, right? But we will get to that. You say, no wonder I'm seeing less and less information on YouTube. Yeah, YouTube doesn't let you, it's a platform. Certain information you can't put out. Certain things you can't really say on these platforms. And that's okay. That's okay. That's their platform. That's why we have the app. You can go over there. You can watch what we have on the app. And that's that. Period. I'm not arguing with no platform talking about freedom of speech. We got our own freedom of speech. It's our app. I'm not going to argue with nobody else's platform. Trust me, when our app get to the point where I want it to get to, these live streams will start getting cut down. You probably would do one a week, maybe, and the rest of them will be on the app, so I can really go in and cook. And I got some live streams I need to come up to do, so I can cook on some topics on the app. I've done that before because I can't cook here like I really like to. I have to follow their rules. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen. No, don't get mad about their platform. It's their platform. It's not none of ours. But the African Diaspora News Channel app is ours. It's ours. So we could say and do whatever we would like. And of course, what we mean by that is just reporting. It's not that we're trying to do something gross or no. That's not how we get down. We are a respectable company here. No, we just want to make sure to talk about topics the way we want to talk about it. We want to show a clip. We can show it without saying, ooh, I can't show that. Ooh, I can't say that. That's why it's important. Get the app. It's very important. All right, so let's hurry up and get to who we going to talk about, who we going to get to tonight. Yeah, this I know this was requested. So let's go ahead and run our brother Eric Mays, and then let's get into it by Tyrese.
I'm just telling you. I'm going to let you talk.
Who you talking to you gonna let? The voters let me. I got voted in. Who you talking to? You gonna let me? I got seconds left.
I want you to know.
Ain't she crazy? How many seconds? Why you? I'm counting your time. Miss Galloway, I'm gonna rule you out of order. You keep talking so much.
Do I have the floor? Do I?
Yes, you do.
Thank you very much.
What a fool.
We have got to help the city of Flint. We have got to move the city forward. We have got to vote yes on this. Thank you.
Ms. Herkenroder, you the reason that I'm going to vote the way I'm going to vote, because you tried to put words in my mouth like I said you was a racist. You got to stop doing that. You've got to stop doing that.
Ms. Fields, please be very careful in that area. Please.
All I said there was mediation and there were people in rooms.
You told
That's
details of who in what room and how many.
But I am going to finish saying this.
Well, go ahead.
That's fine. Do you?
It shouldn't be fine. We got folks sitting in business, and I wouldn't care if you was the chair, the sofa, the TV. So you might want a dialogue.
I don't give a...
You don't give a what?
That's what he's trying to do.
So you dialoguing?
There's no dialogue.
It is some dialogue. You gave me some
point
dialogue.
Of order. Councilwoman Worthy, what is your point of order? No, I'm not.
You ain't?
I'm not.
You must.
This is a joke.
Stop this abuse.
I'm going to give
It
you
is
a
abuse.
point of order. Personal attacks is out of order. Now, you want to make a personal attack on me, I'm going to tell you something. I'm tired of Ms. Fields calling me racist. I'm tired of you calling me personal names as it relates to women. I'm tired of it. It's wrong. You're out of order. But you keep doing it. Because when I start blasting your butt, like I'm doing, everybody already know it's coming from y'all. But don't get beside yourself, Mr. Chairman. If he gonna holler tell me to shut up, you better give him his warning.
I gave you yours.
Give him his. If you gonna discriminate, you gonna let the white man running for mayor holler across and tell this black man to shut up.
I don't want to hear that.
So when he get loud, I'm gonna get louder. When they go low, I go lower.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that was the great Eric Mays. And shout out to, hold on, I had, shout out to the couple of people that just joined the app and everything. As we were talking, yeah, we can be great. We get about 9 more people to join tonight. Take advantage, because it's almost over with, the 50% off on the 1 year. If you go to, when you download the app and you go to create account, you got to select the 1 year, and it's My News 50 in all caps, My News 50, and you can get 50% off of a year membership. It's going to be ending in a few days. So, maybe tonight we can get 9 people to join and take advantage of that, because normally it's $99 for the year, but take advantage of this one-time back-to-school promotion. All right. So let's get to our brother, Tyrese. So Tyrese was talking to Benjamin Crump and everything, and he was mentioning the Asian hate crime bill is what he was mentioning. And I've been seeing a little pattern that, Jermaine Dupri spoke out about Kamala, Boulay Martin, got on him. Now Tyrese spoke out, Boule Martin, saying something again. Boule Martin, all that crashing out he do for the Democrats, and they don't even give me interviews. I don't understand that. I don't understand it. But, like I said the other night, I do understand why he's so hardcore for the Democrats. I mean, according to the video he just kind of had put out, that is his community. So, him and Billy Porter. But let's get to our brother Tyrese and what he had to say. And but before, hold on. Forgot to do some work here. Hold on, some important work. Give me a second. Well, before we get to this important work, just for the Democrat Shills, I know you're listening. Democrat Shills, we need you to go to vote.gov. At vote.gov, you can get registered to vote. You can update your information because we want everybody to participate in the election this year. Go ahead and get registered to vote. Now, we know we're doing the vote against blue no matter who strategy. What is that? You vote any party you would like as long as you're not voting blue. If a Democrat is running unopposed, then vote for your doggone self. If nobody you like in any other party, vote for yourself. So you can always participate in the vote against blue, no matter who. What sparked that is what the Democrats pulled in California the past weekend, being extremely disrespectful to Black Americans. And if Black Americans don't take a stand against this politically, you will be completely done in America. Respect yourself, respect your community, respect your ancestors. Vote against blue, no matter who. All right. So now let's go up here and let's look at the video with Tyrese real quick and listen what Tyrese has to say here. And do you feel, you agree with our brother Tyrese on his sentiments? Let's see here. Tyrese, here's our brother.
President Biden and Kamala Harris signed an Asian hate crime bill, which makes it beyond illegal to ever purposely and maliciously do anything to anybody in the Asian community. And there was a spike in crimes and criminal behavior in and around COVID, allegedly and specifically motivated by Trump. And so everybody started treating Asians, beating them, killing them, shooting them, stabbing them, hurting them. And then he gets into the White House, skips over every Black and brown Mexican and Latino that have been getting killed like flies, and he makes it a law. Asian hate crime bill is signed into law. So whether you're a police officer or a regular civilian, if you wake up on a Wednesday and say, he's Asian, a woman or a man, let's go do something bad to them, which God forbid would ever happen again. But it is a crime bill that was signed into law that protects Asians at all costs. Where is that same fucking law to be signed into law when it comes to Black and brown people? Because what you're doing is, President Biden and Kamala Harris, what you're doing is you're saying that Black and brown people will continue to be disposable. That's why we got to vote, and we got to make sure our voices are heard, Tyrese. And it matters when we speak up and speak truth to power. When we speak what's on our heart, we will be heard. But first, you got to have the courage to speak up. And that's why I love you, Tyrese. You speak your heart, and your heart will never fail you.
Now, Benjamin Crump is right. You got to use your voice and speak up. Shout out to Benjamin Crump for saying that. Now, Boule Martin feel that it's his job to go out and attack these brothers for the Democrats, right? That's just what he's going to do and say everybody's lying and everything like that. So what we're going to do is that we're going to now go to congress.gov, the government, and we're going to actually look at this bill, right? Again, we've done it before, but we're going to do it again because it may be your first time knowing anything about the bill. No, the bill is not called an Asian hate crime bill. It's not called that. But the reason why it's called an Asian hate crime bill because of the letter and also even the signing, in which we'll show you the signing like we've done many times before. So let's go ahead on. Let me get this queued up on congress.gov so you, ladies and gentlemen, can see this. Let me scroll down. And boom, Congress.gov. We're here, ladies and gentlemen. And this is the COVID-19 Hate Crimes Act. So you can see that, okay? And this happened in 2021. Now, let me see if I can make this a little bigger so the text will be on the screen for you just a little bigger. Give me a second to hit the zoom button. Just a little more. Okay. I'll do it to 150. That's fine. All right. So let's look at this. We're going to look at this bill together. Remember, we are in class. So that's why we're looking at the bill together. All right. You can learn something. So it says an act to facilitate the expedited review of COVID-19 hate crimes and for other purposes. They say May 20, 2021, be enacted the Senate and House of Representatives of the United States of America and Congress assembled. They say this act be cited as the COVID-19 Hate Crimes Act. They say Congress finds, they say following the spread of COVID-19 in 2020, there has been a dramatic increase in hate crimes and violence against Asian American Pacific Islanders. Okay. Now, that's the first reference saying Asian, okay? There were hate crimes done against a lot of black people too. So when you hear Boulay Martin and them talking about, that's for everybody, okay, that's the first line, against Asian American Pacific Islanders. Number 2, according to a recent report, there were nearly 3,800 reported cases of anti-Asian discrimination. Look at the term. The term is discrimination right here, discrimination. Not a hate crime. They said nearly 3,800 reported cases of anti-Asian discrimination. So just discriminating against them. Now, what was the discrimination if your history serves you well? It was when people said, oh, shout out to Sister Lisa. Thank you for the love offering. The discrimination was, hey, I'm not going in their business because I don't know if I'm going to catch something. That's what discrimination was. Hey, I'm not going over to Chinatown or nothing like that because I don't know about that, right? Okay, that's what they're talking about. But they started out talking about the violence. Okay, cool. That's an incident related to COVID-19 between March 19, 2020 and February 28, 2021 in all 50 states and the District of Columbia. During this time frame, race has been cited as a primary reason for discrimination, making up over 90% of the incidents. And the United States condemns and denounces any and all anti-Asian and Pacific Islander sentiment in any form. You can't get more specific than that. The federal government condemned discrimination, condemned hate crime, and not only condemned, they denounced it in any form. Now, they say roughly 36% of these incidents took place at a business, and more than 2 million Asian American businesses have contributed to the diverse fabric of American life. Now, it's not that people was attacking them at their businesses. Remember, a lot of people was like, nah, I'm not going to Mr. Lee's restaurant no more because I'm cool on that. Now, why people were saying that? Because of all these stories that was coming out about those wet markets in China and all of that. Now, more than 1.9 million Asian American and Pacific Islander older adults, particularly those older adults who are recent immigrants and who have limited English proficiency, may face even greater challenges in dealing with the COVID-19 pandemic, including discrimination. See, you see the theme keeps saying discrimination? Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Discrimination right here. Then you got another discrimination right here. This is discrimination twice. Economic insecurity and language isolation. But they're not worried about the discrimination against Black Americans. They definitely not worried about our economic security. They say in the midst of this alarming surge in, once again, here we go, anti-Asian hate crimes and incidents. They keep saying it over and over and over, but you want to get mad when somebody say an Asian hate crime bill when the text keep reading over and over and over about an anti-Asian. Okay. A shooter, it said murdered 8 people in Atlanta, Georgia region, 7 of whom were women. It's saying 6 of whom were women of Asian descent. They didn't name all the women. That's the one that had Atlanta. It said the people of the United States will always remember the victims of these shootings and stand in solidarity with those affected in this senseless tragedy and incidents of hate that affected the Asian and Pacific Islander community. Y'all, don't let Boulay Martin and the Democrat Shills say, That has nothing to do with, it's for everybody. Yet what was the anti-black sentiment? Now, let me go to something here. This is the, let me go back to 2020, okay? Right there, 2020. Now, this is from the Federal Bureau of Investigation, ladies and gentlemen, FBI, okay? The Crime Data Explorer, and we looking at hate crimes. Actual hate crimes that was reported to the FBI. It said that the hate crime statistics for the nation are based on data received from 15,496 of the 18,631 participating law enforcement agencies in the country that year. So not every law enforcement agency sent it, but the majority of them did, okay? All right, cool. So in 2020, if we're looking at the type of hate crimes that they had logged in 2020, let's go here. Anti-black or African American, 3,499. Anti-white, 1,083. Anti-Jewish, 854. Anti-gay male, 763. Anti-Hispanic, 610. Multiple bias. But down here, that what the FBI said they recorded in 2020 was 334 hate crime incidents according to the FBI. This is in 2020, okay? But look at black people's number, okay? Now, let's go up and go to 2021, okay? In 2021, black people's number, still at the top, 3,297 incidents. If you go to, let me see, where it's anti-Asian, 753. They had a slight increase in 2021, but they had nowhere near the amount of hate crimes done to them, according to the FBI. So this is when I originally argued about this. I said, well, why wasn't it was the anti-black and anti-Asian hate crime bill, right? I just wanted to show y'all that, and we can go to 2022, and still black people, you can go to every year, black people lead in being victims of hate crimes, but we have no hate crime bill. In 2022, the Asian numbers went down from the previous one, down to 499. Black people kind of still stayed the same. Okay, all right. So let's go back to the bill. See, this is things that Boulay Martin and them is not going to do. They're not going to take you and just kind of show you about who was suffering the most hate crimes during that time. They're not going to do that, okay? And remember, I'm not taking it from pseudo websites or blogs. I'm taking it directly what the government put out. All right. So they say in general, not later than 7 days after the date of this enactment of this act, they said Attorney General shall designate an officer or employee of the Department of Justice whose responsibility during the applicable period shall be to facilitate the expedited review of hate crimes. It's and reports of any such crime to federal, state, local, and tribal law enforcement agencies. They say in this section, they said the term means the period beginning date on which the officer or employee is designated under subsection A and ending on the date that is 1 year after the date, which is emergency period described in subparagraph B, and then they give you all of that, right? Okay, now they're giving here guidance for law enforcement agencies. They're saying the Attorney General shall issue guidance for state, local, and tribal law enforcement pursuant to this act and other applicable law on to how to establish online reporting of hate crimes and incidents and have online reporting that's equally effective for people with disabilities as for people without disabilities, available in multiple languages as determined by the Attorney General. Collect data disaggregated by the protected characteristics described in Section 249 of Title 18, United States Code. Expand public education campaigns aimed at raising awareness of hate crimes and reaching victims that are equally effective, for people with disabilities as for people without disabilities. And then they give here the guidance relating to the COVID-19 pandemic, and they tell you about the Health Equity Task Force and all of that. So they should raise awareness of hate crimes during the pandemic. And they say this section cited as the Khalid Jabara held a higher national opposition to hate assault as saying threats to equality of 2021. And then they talking about violence, no hate crimes. So they give you kind of all of that. And then they mentioned here the James Byrd, Matthew Shepard and James Byrd here. They have enabled federal authorities to understand and where to appropriate, investigative, and prosecute hate crimes. It's a more complete understanding of the national problem of hate crimes. So they're going through all this here, right? And we're not going to read every single, and they talking about the Unified Crime Reports, what we read earlier. Down here, they talking about what is a hate crime and all of that. And the term state, Uniform Crime Reports, which we looked at earlier, local governments, what that means, and implementation grants. They said the Attorney General may make grants to states and units of local government to assist the state or unit of local government in implementing the National Incident-Based Reporting System, train employees, classifying hate crimes, etc. So they're talking about here compliance, giving the waiver, failure to comply, all of that. And they're talking about grants to state-run hate crime hotlines. They're going to give grants for that. It's basically money. So we just kind of talking about collecting information, establishing unity, public meetings, all of that, yada, yada, yada. I just want to kind of just go through this. But the main thing that everybody's talking about here, or at least what we're talking about here, is, talking about community liaisons, talking about education about hate crimes, which I support education about that, more data collection, and that's mostly it. But over and over and over in the beginning of this bill, we kept seeing Asian American Pacific Islanders, anti-Asian discrimination and incidents. The United States government condemn and denounce any and all anti-Asian Pacific Islanders sentiment, even the sentiment, okay? Everything keeps saying Asian, anti-Asian Pacific Islander. So when they sit up here and tell you that that's for everybody, and that's what it was. So why they kept mentioning, let me get back on the screen here now. Hold on. Get back on the screen. If this is for everybody, right? Let's go with what the Democrat Shills like Boulay Martin say. It's for everybody. Okay, cool. Let's go with that. So if it's for everybody, right? According to what y'all say, it's for everybody. Okay. So when they went to sign this COVID-19 hate crime act or the Asian hate crime bill, where was on this video, where was black people? Where was outside of Biden and the other two gentlemen? That's only white people that are there, right? Where was the black Americans? Where was the Congressional Black Caucus when this was being signed, right? Where was the Hispanic caucus? Where was the Jewish caucus? Where was all these different people, the Arabs? I mean, now, of course, Kamala, she is an Asian, right? So that's really benefiting her too, right? Y'all forget she is Asian. So she's up there with her people. But where is all these other groups up here? Why only Asian Americans that's up here? Why? If it's for everybody. Y'all saw the bill. You saw that black Americans led in being victims of hate crimes during the pandemic. And yet they did not add black Americans to this. Okay? Biden happily signed that. He's smiling. He was still kind of in his right mind at that time. So he definitely wanted to sign that. Okay? So don't let these people, especially these Democrat shills, tell you this stuff. See, the thing is with these shills, ladies and gentlemen, the worst thing ever for them is people like us. See, I don't believe in just talking. I'm going to show you, because I don't want nobody accusing me of just talking and making things up at the top of my head. I'm the main one to tell you to go to government websites, to go look at different things. I'm the one to tell you. Okay? So when you see Boulay Martin attacking Tyrese, he's a freaking liar and the truth is not in him. Okay? He's a liar. That bill said anti-Asian all day long. And when it was time to sign that bill, it was nothing but Asian representatives up there, including the vice president. She's an Asian too. So don't give me that bill was for everybody. And that's what that bill was for. Y'all have to think about it. Do you know what they was calling discrimination in the time period of the pandemic? if you even said that I'm cool, I'm not going to spend my money over there. Oh, you hate Asian people, huh? What are you talking about? I have a choice where I spend my money. You can't force me to go spend my money with nobody. What are you talking about? They felt economic pain just for a short time. They made big news reports about it. You had all the Congressional Black Caucus out there marching with them and all that. And you remember Eric Adams in New York and Kathy Hochul. Everybody's and they was giving them money. Biden gave them money too, because people said, "I'm cool. I'm not shopping with you right now." That's what they talking about, the incidents and discrimination. And then on top of the propaganda that was done by the left wing, not the right wing, the left wing. How they were propagandizing black Americans. Oh, look at these black people attacking Asians. And the videos kept coming out of two places, San Francisco and New York City. There's a lot of Asians down here in the South. Where was all the videos then right here in Houston? Where was all the videos of Asians being attacked? There's a lot of Asians here in Houston. Where we didn't see no videos during the pandemic of nobody. If Asians were being attacked on this grand scale, then I should have seen plenty of it. Asians be in black communities. I'm talking about Asians would be in the hood with their business. So, like I said back then, if black folks was attacking Asians, they would have been out of there a long time ago. They will open up their business in the middle of the hood. They don't care. They gonna have it. And black folks patronize them. So we all knew that was a freaking lie, but that was the power of, I got a master class at that time period in propaganda, how it works, how they do it. And they had to propagandize it, because if you really want a bill to protect another group of people, you got to villainize the black American. You got to villainize the black man and woman of America and say, oh, we got to protect you from them black people, and run it in a loop and lie and all that, right? And the moment Biden signed that bill, all of a sudden, no attacking the Asians no more. I mean, what? That bill, you signed that bill, and speaking about people being attacked, did y'all hear they just had another school shooting? And I got to see the picture of the dude that did it. He was a white male shooting up the place. The students said that he was quiet. He would only answer you in one word answers. And I said before, the only reason that still happens because it's not 14 and 15-year-old black males doing it. If it was 14 or 15-year-old black males run up in the school and just airing it out, they would have had all kind of laws. Matter of fact, y'all talk about assault weapons. The assault weapons ban would have happened a long time ago if black male children was doing that. 2 students and 2 staff members of that school in Georgia lost their life. They say they had about 9 others that had injuries. They was in the hospital. This happened this morning. And people can say whatever they want to say, but have you done the research about countries who don't allow people to have that kind of firepower? They don't have this happening. That's why people throughout the world look at our country like we're crazy. Because let's say a place like the UK, yeah, you may get cut up over there, but you don't have to worry about somebody running in there and out the place. Most countries throughout the world, they don't have to worry about that. But over here, and once again, the reason why it happens is because it's coming from their community. Because if it was coming from ours, they would have had laws a long time ago. You talking about a ban? If you want to see a ban on any kind of weapons, let black people go buy en masse legally. Shoot, please, you wouldn't have a 2A tomorrow if black people bought things en masse. That's like anything else. But they commit crimes. Remember in that bill where they were talking about at that massage parlor, that was one of theirs went into that massage parlor and took the lives of Asian women. And the reason why he said he did it is because he was an addict, sex addict, and he said that type of stuff is too much temptation, so that's why he went in there to do that. So they rather give them protection and not black people protection instead of dealing with theirs in their own community. Remember the Tops grocery store, Buffalo, dude live streaming in there taking the life of black people. But they don't do nothing about them. They no matter what they do, it don't matter if it's Democrats in office, don't matter if Republicans in office, they do not want to do nothing to tamper down that white male and what he do. But we the bad guys and ladies, right? You got to be protected from black people. Ooh, black people gonna get you. Even Pookie and Ray Ray don't go run up in the school and do that stuff. I've been said that a long time ago. Pookie and Ray Ray don't do anything like that. Now, Pookie and Ray Ray, most of the time, they dangerous to themselves for the most part. And you got collateral damage to some of the stuff they're doing. But they don't even run up in the school and do no crap like that. And that's Pookie and Ray Ray. You know what I'm saying? But, ooh, you need protection from black people. No, you need protection from them, not black people. Listen, the worst thing I got to worry about with black people, maybe some hate, jealousy type of thing. Even somebody at Pookie and Ray Ray, Pookie not trying to just mess with you for no reason, for the most part. Now you got some that's trying to rob, but even Pookie and Ray Ray, like, you know, they doing their thing, right? As long as you're not kind of trying to disrespect them, or you're not in their world for the most part, or you're not in their area, getting involved in their business or just showing up like you got a pass to be there. Most of the time, you won't have too much problem with Pookie and Ray Ray for the most part. But at least with Pookie and Ray Ray, as a black person, I can see him coming, usually a mile away. But Connor over there, you don't see him coming because they have desensitized you to not see him coming. Do you remember that video? I think it was at a hotel, and it was during the pandemic, and this brother was like, hey, he wanted to change his room, but the dude was he used to start crashing out, start, you know, hitting his head into the computer and all of that, and they got mad because people, you know, the guy filmed it and posted it, because they're like, bro, like, what are you doing? And then they gave him a GoFundMe, like, that's all, you just teasing him, and that's why he did it, and that's why they do what they do. They coddle that behavior. But remember, when they were kids, you know what our mamas and daddies did to us. Matter of fact, they would just give us a look. They're just like, no, you get the message. Look, don't ask me for nothing in that store because I ain't got no money. Number 2, don't go in here and embarrass me from these white folk. It's usually the 2 things you'll hear. That right there. And you say, come on, let's go. I remember one time, me and my wife was going, was taking a trip somewhere, and we were standing in line, and they had this young white woman. And this young white woman had a little boy, he about 2 years old. And she's like, oh, come on. And I mean, this boy was punching her. He was kicking her. And she just looked like she was so embarrassed. And he was whipping her butt. And he just looked like he about 2'3". He whipping her butt in that line. And I looked at my wife, she looked at me, and I looked at that kid, I said, ooh, I have never had any of my children or any child just haul off and think they just about to hit me. But he's hitting her, he's kicking her, she's pleading with him. And see, it starts right there. It starts right there that they don't have no controls over them and don't teach them to respect, you know, not even their own mama. And then they grow up, they let them do whatever they want to do. They can say what they want to say, go where they want to go, do whatever. They have this thing where I can just let them roam and be free and be feral. That's kind of like how they raise their kids, a lot of them. It's like almost like feral. And they grow up, and then you wonder, I don't understand how he did all that. Why would he do something like that? But black people, even if you have a lot of money or you're poor, black people for the most part control their children. We control our children. They know to respect us. They know that. Now, today's kids, they get away with a lot more than definitely what I used to get. I can get away with. Oh, Lord. They get away with a lot more. I mean, these kids today be cussing. Like, man, I told this story before. Maybe you never heard this story. But one time I cussed in front of my grandma. Let me see if I can pull it up and show you what she did to me. No, it's not a picture, but it's something I want to show you. Hold on, let me show you exactly what she did. Let me see. Let's see this. Boom. Oh, there it is. That's right there. Hold on, they got it out? Okay, let me see if I can download this real quick so y'all I can put this up on the screen so y'all can see exactly what happened to me. They didn't change it because it was white and blue. Hold on, what it was white and blue, right? Let me make sure I get the right picture. Hold on, I want that white and blue. Let's see, and blue. So y'all can see exactly what happened to me. Where's that old school? They don't have that old school, God bless it. They don't have the old school one. Anyway, yeah, there we go. All right, cool. Right there. Let me put this up on the screen so y'all can see exactly what it is. All right. So while I'm telling the story, you can imagine this story right here. Okay, cool. All right, so let me tell you a story. So I call myself cussing in my grandma's house. Okay? I had to be about 8 years old. My grandma say, "What did you just say? Are you cussing in my house?" "Oh, no. Hold on. You got a dirty mouth. I got something for that dirty mouth. Hold on. Come on here to this bathroom." My grandma went to that bathroom, got that bar of soap y'all see on that screen, okay? She cut on that water and wet that soap and said, "Let me wash your dirty mouth out." He said, "Because your mouth is filthy." And she literally washed my mouth out with that Zest bar of soap. Oh, I still can taste it. Oh, I still can taste it to this day. And let's say, even to this day, I'm not one to be cussing or even cussing people out. I'm not one to do that. Because of that one experience. Now, today, if my grandmother did something like that and somebody recorded it, my grandmother would have been having all kind of charges and she'd been put underneath the jail and everybody online would be saying how much of a tyrant she was and, oh my gosh, she's evil and take those children away from don't let her be away around those that woman, and all that would have been today, right? But that happened to me. I didn't swallow anything. Didn't go to the hospital. I was fine after the fact. And I learned a good lesson about not be cussing in my grandma's house. Now, if I was going to cuss, I'd look around and make sure with my friends, then I'll be, doing a couple of, MFers and, all that, right? But I made sure to do that nowhere near the house. I was way out of earshot if I decided to do it, right? So what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen, is we were taught to respect our grandparents, parents, etc. in the black community. And that respect doesn't let you grow up and thinking that you can just do anything you want. You understand? We were growing up, being told that it's better I get you before the police get you, because at least I care about you. The police don't care. Police will kill you. You understand? But Connor over there, he was allowed to cuss his mom out, do anything he wants, slam doors. You go slam a door in a black American household. Go ahead if you want to. You may not have the door. How many of you had your door taken? Now, my door wasn't taken, but my sister was a little bit more jazzy at the mouth than I was. So she got her door taken for a little while. You slam a door or whatever. They're like, oh, you slamming doors in my house? Okay. And all of a sudden you just see them taking this door. Go put the door in the garage. When you start acting right, you'll get a door back. Oh man, like I say, that's the difference. So all this, I'm afraid of black people. Black people gonna do me this. Black people gonna do me that. You're lying, the truth not in you. Black people not messing with you, and black people have to follow the letter of the law, or there's gonna be consequences and repercussions. We go to jail. When people talk about, oh, why y'all don't talk about black on black crime? Because black people go to jail. They're not like Connor over here. Oh, well, John Quavius had a mental health breakdown, and that's why he went got a switch and aired out the whole neighborhood. They don't say that. They say John Quavius is evil and he need to go to jail. Even black people don't cover for that. Black people say, no, John Quavius is a little savage and he belong in jail. That's what black people say. The black people ain't out here covering for that. We don't like, oh, he was just so lost and he had no friends and people picked on him. Man, we were roasted every day. I was roasted. You talking about picking? Man, what they call is picking? If that's the case, black people should have been the leaders of airing out the school. It shouldn't have been Connor. You would get roasted to oblivion. Don't show up with a jacked up hairline. Don't show up with your clothes looking wrinkled, your shoes looking throwed. Don't come there dressed like Carlton Banks. Don't do that. You're getting roasted. From the dudes to the females. And the females got roasted too. Yeah, it's like, that's why, and the funny part is, I still think about this, because we grew up roasting, so when we do that to other people in the diaspora, oh, they get so offended. They get offended. Oh, they get offended. When we start roasting, because they don't do that in their cultures. That's not what they do. Now, we do that in our culture, but that goes all the way back. That's more so a protectionism method that black Americans use because of slavery. Because you couldn't crash out if massa called you the N-word, right? So to toughen you up, you would just start roasting each other and seeing. Listen, we used to do roast battles to see, like, if the person that want to fight, you lost. But nobody would let you fight though. Like, everybody be laughing and say, nah, you ain't fighting. You say he got you or she got you. You ain't fighting. Nobody fighting. You know, you look at today. I was be thinking about it. There's no honor today, because I remember back in the day, if you had a person fighting one-on-one and everybody watching, it'd be a one-on-one fight. And if somebody tried to jump in, the crowd will stop and say, it's one-on-one. And if somebody get, they get knocked down, they beat, they beat, it ain't gonna be no stomp out. Like, nah, you got it. You won, let that go. And it used to be cool. People used to become friends sometime after a good fight. But today, people are so cowardly, they want to jump people. They can't take a whipping. They can't take one. They want to pick up a weapon. I mean, people are so real cowardly today. It's just amazing to me. And what I can't stand is those men that's so cowardly. But you got a lot of men walking around here switching harder than women, wearing purses. And also another thing is, ladies, I want to get into. Ladies, make these men start going to the gym and lifting a little weights. These men today that's running around here, these new age males you seen, some of them are skinnier than y'all. Like, back in the day, you didn't want to be skinny. Man, you wanted to go hit the heavy bag, and you wanted to go lift some weights. Especially around that time, Tyson was in his prime, right? Everybody kind of like that look Tyson had, so in order to get that, you had to go hit that heavy bag and hit them weights in that garage. You had to hit it. And man, that's all we were doing, lifting weights and hitting heavy bags. Ain't nobody want to be, these little dudes today run around here looking like a fiend. That's what a fiend look like. They're little skinny, your ankles this small or whatever. Like, you look like a fiend. Now, back in the day, okay, if somebody's smoking crack, we get it. They're a fiend. But if you're not a fiend, then, bro, put a little girth on you, brother. Yeah. Eric said getting their nails painted. I don't see how a woman walk around with a dude like that. But then you shocked if he chasing bussy. You shocked. Oh my God, I can't believe he did. You didn't figure that out? When you saw him walk around with his merce, you didn't figure that part out? I can go all night with that. That's conversation. Oh, I can go all night. Because these new little dudes today, they are interesting. Yeah, I don't know if it's all them chemicals they putting in the food, man. Stop eating that soy lecithin in that food. Man, do something. Go lift some weights. You say you're at the gym right now. Yeah, man, but man, go hit some 80, 90 pound dumbbells or something, bro. Put some weight on you. Even if you're skinny, the skinny dude still has to put some muscle on them. But these dudes today, man, they, I don't know. The women, and then let me turn on the flip side. I don't know what's going on with the women in our community now. And somebody answer me this question real quick before we wrap up. What is up with all these women with these deep voices? I'm trying to figure that part out. I've never seen so many women with a deep voice. Where'd that come from? And when did that start? I mean, a girl with a deep voice was like far and few in between. Now every time you look up, they got these deep voices. Where'd that come from? Is it the hormones? Is it the food? Like what's up with all these deep voice females today? Where'd that come from? Maybe I missed something. Y'all can correct me. Can y'all please correct me? Because maybe I'm wrong. But what's up with all these deep voice women today? I've never seen it because back when I was growing up, all the girls and women, they didn't have these deep voices. They didn't have that. You say it's the chemicals in the food, in the water, in the food. Man, y'all better start switching over to non-processed food. Switch over. I've finally switched over, Lord, thank God, to putting at least 90% or 95% of my meals now non-processed, and I feel so much better doing it. So much better. I'm like, why didn't I do this a long time ago? Like for the past, week, almost 2 weeks, my dinner in the evening has been strawberries and bananas. That's it. And water. And I feel good. I eat my avocado and egg whites and all that stuff in the morning after the gym. I'm feeling great. I'm not missing bread. I'm not missing none of it. Then over the weekend, I knew it was the food because I've been eating, you eat like that. And then, okay, I was invited to a birthday party and, my partner was like, man, I made, cause he always make pretty good barbecue. So I was like, okay, yeah, I eat a little something. And I ate, I think he had some beef sausage he made and he had some brisket. Brisket was real good. But man, after I ate that, not to get nasty, but I started having flatulence. But all this time I've been eating the way I've been eating, hardly ever happened. And I'm like, it's that doggone food we eating. It just dawned on me, like, it's that food. It is the food. So y'all, please try to go more non-processed food, fruits, vegetables, things like that. Stay away from processed meats. Processed meats is causing a lot of this colon cancer. Please. I do a lot of research into the food now. Oh, I've been doing so much research because I'm definitely at an age I have to be extremely concerned about what I eat because, I'm getting older. Hey, hopefully the Lord allow me to be here another, at least I say, Lord, if it's in your grace, let me be at least see 100 years old if that's what he allows. Right. So I need to make sure to do the right things to hopefully get to be 100 years old one day. Right. So, but also you say you're plant-based, be careful, make sure you're not processed plant-based. If you go into that store and you're eating out of, it's plant-based whatever out of that store in a box, if you're not cooking it, no. Because some people are what you call a processed vegan. They eat nothing but processed food. So please, if you can. You say deep voice joint. Yeah, that Glorilla sound, right? Like Glorilla. And shout out to Glorilla, because I seen when she got stopped by the police. Glorilla seemed like she cool as ice. I mean, every time I see her like on interviews, whatever, she is cool as like down to earth, cool person. She seemed like that. But she just got a deep voice. I'm just saying, but it's not only Glorilla. There's a lot of them out there that got that deep voice. I'm like, man. So you got these dudes that switching and wearing Mercers, and you got the girls with, being a little bit more manly these days and masculine voices. Lord, these white folks that mess the food up. Man, y'all better watch your putting in your body. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on the stream tonight. We greatly appreciate it. Make sure you click the subscribe button. Make sure you click the like button. That's very, very important. And make sure you join us tomorrow at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time right here on the African Diaspora News Channel. And also watch all the content that we have here from all our great journalists like Sister Demetria and Juan Gale and Renelle Way there, and Letty and Emma, and Charmaine just came back. Shout out to her, Jamaican sister. But